Look, it's an exciting group. We've got some fresh faces who've done well in the Shaheens, who've earned the right to get some opportunities at the next level, and we're excited as a group to involve them. I think our challenge over here is adapting to the pitch out there quickly, and regardless of what's thrown at us, we've got to make sure we've got a team ready to challenge Bangladesh in their own conditions. So our last two one-day series have been exceptional. We've won both of those very convincingly, played some good solid cricket, got runs at the top of the order, which always help. This series will be a challenge for some new players to do the same thing. Well, I think that will come down to conditions. I think there's a lot more grass on that square than I've seen in the past here. So it depends how that plays and whether it be more seam through the middle than spin. We certainly think we've got some good enough spinners through the middle. If there's anything on offer that we can squeeze, and we can certainly create some wicket taking opportunities, but that'll be very much pitch dependent. Oh look, of course we can, but we also respect Bangladesh in their own conditions particularly. And once again, as I said, these conditions here will be very different than what we saw in that T20 series, where it was a pretty inconsistent bounce and it was a pretty average surface. It certainly looks a lot better than that now, and I think both sides will be challenged with the ball as much as they will with the bat. Bangladesh, have been playing a lot more 50-over cricket in recent times, so we know we're going to have to make that adjustment really quickly to the longer format. Without doubt, yeah. It certainly looks far better pitch and better coverage than it has been. I think unfortunately the pitch here hasn't been great for a while, but I think we saw even in the BPL the pitches here were much better. Looks like there's a lot more grass cover, a lot more of a genuine contest between bat and ball, and I think both sides will benefit from that. Both sides want to play on good cricket wickets and be challenged, so it certainly is looking that way at this stage. I don't think anyone particularly was dropped. I think, as I said, it's a great opportunity for us to look at some younger talent. We get very few opportunities in the calendar to give a number of promising players opportunities. You're either heading into a pinnacle event or just leading into it. So it depends how many players debut here. There's a lot of players that have been around the circuit for a while and be waiting for this opportunity. Someone like Sabzada Farhan has obviously forced his case through how well he's done in the T20 World Cup, but he's also done very well domestically when he's been able to play 50-over cricket as well. So, Shamal Hussain is an exciting talent, highest run scorer in first-class cricket. List A, he's been exceptional and he's done well for the Shaheens. Mars Sadakat has been on the fringes for a while. So these are names that you haven't been able to see, and it's an opportunity for them to show how good they are in this series.